Hey everybody, Bowling here once again. And what you see in front of you is the new chapter for the DIY Bowling Pro Shop. So I've decided to get into ball plugging, as you can see here. This is within the last week. I ordered the stuff last week, and this is what I have. I'm kind of going to go through a rundown of everything that I have and everything you're going to need to plug bowling balls. So the first thing you're going to need to do is get the epoxy, right? So the actual plug material itself. I asked my brother-in-law which one's the best. He said the Storm Thunder plug. I asked a couple YouTubers. They said the same thing. My PSO also used Thunder plug as well. There's a couple of different brands out there. You got Motive, you got Vice. I think every bowling ball manufacturer makes their own ball plug, if I'm not mistaken. I also asked Luke Rosedahl, who has a ton of videos. He probably has 20 hours of videos on his YouTube page of ball plugging alone. So that's where I learned a lot of this stuff from. And I asked him a bunch of questions, and he was really quick to respond. So thank you, Luke. If you're ever watching this, appreciate it. That guy has a wealth of knowledge on anything bowling ball related. There's nobody that even comes close to that guy. So I also got a color wheel. I've got the colors here, right? The dies, and I've got the dams, and I've got miscellaneous stuff here. So this is a Storm Thunder plug. It comes with two 64-ounce containers of the compound and one 64-ounce container of the hardener. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio mix that you're going to do. So for example, you do 2 ounces of this, you're going to do 1 ounce of the hardener. All right, that's why they give you 2 of these. I bought this. It's called the Thunder Plug Starter Kit, and it comes with this, 2 pumps, and a Storm Black die, right? And this was $220. Yikes! So yeah, a little bit expensive. This was actually the cheapest I've found out there. Believe it or not. Bought this on cheapbowlingballs.com. If you're looking for the cheapest one, go there. When I ordered on there, it said there was 15 available, and when I went to go click to buy it, it said back ordered. So they have a chat feature where you can talk to somebody right away, and I said, hey, what the heck is a feature? He said 15 of these left, and then when I go to click on it, there's nothing. They said, I don't know what the heck's going on. I think they might have fixed it by now. So if you go on their website, you're going to buy this. They have plenty available as of today, which is 6/26. That's the first thing you're going to need. That's the most expensive thing you're going to buy. The next thing you're going to get is a color wheel. And this kind of shows you what colors to mix to get certain colors, right? It's got a front and back, $6 on Amazon. I bought the Vice colors. Based on recommendation, Vices are the best color dyes to use for your bowling ball. It comes with 9. And besides the Storm one that they give you here, this black one. So pink, purple, you got green, blue, yellow, red, all the different colors. And I bought this from Innovative on their website for $45. You pay $15 shipping. I think it was like 10 or $15 shipping. And that was the cheapest I found anywhere, was on Innovative's website. It also comes with a color chart. Tells you how many drops to mix with different colors to get the certain color that you're looking for. Some of these are pretty excessive, and from what I've been told, they are excessive. So a lot of people say don't bother with using these. Like, for example, you want to get white, they expect you to do 50 drops of white. I think that's a little bit too much. I definitely didn't use 50 white. Also for purple, they want 20 purple and 1 white. Believe it or not, 1 or 2 drops got this dark purple right here. The dyes are very, very strong, very concentrated. You don't need a lot of drops, from what I found out. All right, and then the next thing you're gonna need are the ovals, so the quick dams, right? So you got the oval dam, you got the circle dam for the thumb. So thumb, fingers here. 25 pack each. I think they come out to like $1 each. I bought these on bowlingindex.com. And you can buy, there's all sorts of different brands that make these. I don't think there's one brand that's better than the other. So this is my first time getting them, and they seem to work for me. So they come in different, they're all one size or one piece with different sizes. So let's see if I can pull one out here. So the circle is the same way. So they got stickiness on the back, and they're all different sizes. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 different sizes for the oval. Most of the time, you're going to use the biggest one on the oval. From what I found out, you might get away with the second smallest one, and also the circle is the same way. You got all sorts of different circles. If you're using a Jopo, or if you have a Jopo that you're filling in, you're going to be using the biggest one, right? So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different sizes on there. And on the Sub-Zero here, this just had a regular slug, so I was able to use a smaller one, as you can see. So 25, these should last you quite a long time. They're not super expensive. Like I said, 25 bucks a piece. I got these on bowlingindex.com. The guy's located down in SoCal. I got it within a couple days. You're going to need some mixing sticks. So one thing that I've done with all my research, one thing I learned is don't use popsicle sticks because it's wood and it's porous. And when you do mix the chemical or the liquid, it can create bubbles. So do not get popsicle sticks, even though it tells you to use something flat. So these plastic sticks are what most people use, and it pretty much prevents bubbles. I don't think you can prevent bubbles 100%, but it helps eliminate the bubbles when you're mixing. $5, I think $5 or $6 on Amazon. Mixing cups here. I got 100 mixing cups on Amazon. I think these are like $12. They have ounces and milliliters. You're going to need those definitely. And then I got a kitchen scale on Amazon. This one goes up to 22 pounds. There's some of them that go up just to 11 pounds. 22 pounds, and it was $1 more than the one that goes up to 11 pounds. It's a digital scale, right? And this is when you're measuring out the liquids, right? So even though it shows 1 ounce, you want to measure it on here to make sure that it's 1 ounce exactly. This is going to be a lot more accurate than this, in my opinion. And one thing I learned too when I'm mixing, if you put a lot of dye in the compound when you're mixing it, you want to put a little bit of hardener because you are diluting this a little bit more when you add the colors in there. That's if you're adding like a lot of colors, but it doesn't hurt to add a little bit more hardener in that. And it seemed to be working for me on that. Coming over here to the balls. So let's go. We've got 2 balls here. These are my first balls that I plugged. We got the Track Theorem. I'll kind of give you a closer look here. So we've got the Track Theorem Pearl and the Sub-Zero. So this was a ball that I wasn't a big fan of right out the gate. So I was a big fan of the Track Theorem Hybrid, and I bought this pretty much like right before it came out. I was one of the first ones to have this. And the first time I rolled it, I'm like, oh, wow, this does not roll anything like the Track Theorem Hybrid. I do not like it. I put a bunch of different surfaces on it, and I still don't like it. So I decided to plug it up and resell it. It's probably got maybe 15 games on it, if that. So it didn't have the angular shape that the Hybrid had. It's a more rounded shape, which I didn't like. Looking for something angular. And then, so here's what I've got. So I've got the top drying now. The top is the purple. So it looks black in the camera, but it's the same purple. The dark purple is what you see here, right? Going around there. And then I tried to get this one to match as best I could. And I put a little bit of dark swirls underneath this. And hopefully when I cut the plug down, you'll be able to see them. I'm going to also do a video of the finished product once I cut these down and see how these actually turned out. Hopefully they came out pretty well. Another thing that I've been told to get to is pearlizer. So 1 ounce pearlizer, it's a liquid, just like the dyes, and Motive makes it. It's gold and silver, and you want to use that when you're using pearl balls. I didn't use that on this just because I didn't have it yet. I've totally forgot I needed to buy those, so I ordered them from Buddy's 2 days ago, and I think they might be on back order because they still haven't shipped it to me. But if you're doing pearls, you want to put a pearlizer in there, and it gives it that little glittery shine when you do when you plug it. So this probably won't have a glittery shine to it, but I'm not too concerned about it. Coming over here, this was the wife's old Sub-Zero that I bought for her last year. And she quit bowling last year. Boo-hoo. And so she's got a bunch of balls sitting around collecting dust. So I said, you know what? Let's do something with this. So her dad just recently got into bowling late last year. He's a huge Motive fan. And I said, you know what? Let's give it to him. So I decided this is a 14 pound, decided to plug it up and drill it up for him. This is the very first color that I did. I think I did pretty good on my very first one. I also try to make some swirls just like that. If you can see that, I try to make swirls in there, and then it just kind of, the swirls disappeared. So I might have mixed it too much. Maybe the swirls are underneath this. We will find out. And then what happened on top here is I had the white, and then I tried to make the blue swirls in here on the top of the finished product, and it just blended in for some reason. I might have over mixed it at the top, but we'll see. Hopefully it's white underneath this, because I can assure you it was white. The whole mixture was white, and I just try to add some blue in there. But we will see. Hopefully it comes out a little bit better than what it looks like. It's just going to be aesthetics, if anything. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad, but I try to get the blue to match as best I could. Anyway, that's it. This is going to be a new chapter in my bowling channel. So ball plugging 101, I'm learning, and you're going to learn with me. I'm going to make mistakes. If you are an expert ball plugger, leave some comments down below. Give me some tips and tricks. I know I asked Luke Rosedahl on his channel some questions. He was really quick to respond, very knowledgeable on ball plugging. Like I said, I learned a lot of my stuff by just sitting watching his videos, and his videos were from 4 years ago. So I don't think there's any other YouTube channel out there that does an extensive deep dive on ball plugging other than Luke Rosedahl. So thank you, Luke, for all your informative YouTube videos. Fully appreciate it. Other than that, this is, like I said, this is the start of a new chapter for my channel. Give me a like, comment down below if you have anything to add, and hopefully I'll be filming more of these videos in the near future. And if you're not subscribed, give me a subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.